outraged right now. All you have to be is somebody with a sense of justice. Someone who supports freedom with the knowledge that the Bill of Rights applies to every one of us. Because we are the people. These are not the freedom fighters they claim to be. These folks wrap themselves in the flag and then take health care from our veterans. Our soldiers are toys to them, suckers and losers to send out without pay to commit what will one day be recognized as war crimes. Fodder for no cause but vanity, for a news cycle, just like madmen always operate. Safety nets exist not just because they make economic sense, but because without them, the humanitarian cost to our souls is more than any one of us should be willing to bear. They are remaking our nation of the billionaires, by the bullies, and for the grifters. But history, and we're making history today. This is history. History always identifies the villain. And history will not be kind to this regime. This could be one of our last moments to stand up, and we can make that history come a whole lot sooner. We have an opportunity to do something. We can be the everyday Germans who chose to stand out, to rise up, to resist. We can grind the tank wheels crushing this country to a halt. We are who we were waiting for. If you don't know who Sophie Scholl was, look her up. She was an unbelievably brave, kind, and brilliant young woman who was murdered by the Nazis, like millions of others. But she stood up, she stood out, and she said, "It's the reductionist approach to life. If you keep it small, you'll keep it under control. If you don't make any noise, the boogeyman won't find you. But it's all an illusion. Because they die too, those people who roll up their spirits into tiny balls so as to be safe." Safe? From what? Life is always on the edge of death. Narrow streets the same place as wide avenues, and a little candle burns itself out just like a flaming torch does. I choose my own way to burn. Be like Sophie. If my immigrant neighbor isn't safe, I am not safe. If my LGBTQ neighbor is not safe, I am not safe. If a child is not safe in a school, a woman is not safe in a hospital, then I am not safe. If my black or brown neighbor is not safe, then I am not safe. If my union leader neighbor is not safe, then I am not safe. If my journalist neighbor is not safe, then I am not safe. None of us are safe unless all of us are safe. And we are not safe right now. We are not safe right now, and we need to act like it. So are we going to be like Germany, or are we going to be like South Korea? All right, I got one last one for you before I turn it over to Indivisible and to our to Luca Moretti from our unbelievably brave Congressman Mike Thompson, who stood up this week and tried to stop the business of Congress as a combat veteran to stand up for his colleague and our Senator Alex Padilla. Viva California! All right. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't be silent. 3, let's stop this madness. Now. 1, we are the people. 2, we won't be silent. 3, let's stop this madness. Now.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming out today. This is an important day in our democracy. June 14th, 2025 is the 250th anniversary of the first shots fired in the American Revolution in defiance of the authoritarian rule of King George III. A year later, our founders would sign the Declaration of Independence, And they had a list of grievances, and I'm going to give you just a few. For cutting off trade with all parts of the world. For imposing taxes on us without our consent. For depriving us, in many cases, of the benefits of trial by jury. For transporting us beyond the seas to be tried for pretended offenses. For keeping among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of the legislature. Our founders fought against a corrupt king. There are no kings in America. So now it's our turn. Like them, we've seen the courts defiled, rights stripped, and constitutional principles trampled. It's our turn. We have power. If only 3.5% of Americans rise in peaceful protest, that's enough, according to history, to topple dictatorships. We have power. Let's keep exercising our power fearlessly. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't received an action card, come to our table. We have a few left. Action after the protest. Thank you.
Before I say anything else, today's a really heavy day. And seeing hundreds of people in downtown Lakeport from all walks of life speaking out, standing up, and saying, in this country, we have no kings, is incredibly heartwarming. Thank you all for being here today. Unfortunately, Congressman Thompson cannot be here today as work has been another part of the district. I have two quick messages from him before a letter from Congressman Thompson. So, one of the most important things is peaceful protest is a cornerstone of our democracy. If you're attending a demonstration like you all are today, please follow safety directions from local law enforcement, keep it peaceful, and do not engage with counter-protesters. Dear friends, I wish I could be with you today, but work has me in another part of our district. Thank you to all the folks who came out today to take action to protect our democracy and remind our president that he is no king. While our president spends $45 million of our taxpayer dollars to send the military to the streets of Washington, D.C., he is working behind the backs of Americans to slash healthcare for 16 million people, take food stamps away from 11 million Americans, and pile another $5 trillion onto our national debt. All of this just to give tax breaks to his billionaire donors who do not need the help. In only 5 months, Donald Trump has attacked Social Security, fired thousands of veterans, cut off life-saving medical research, unlawfully deported legal residents, and unleashed a trade war that is raising prices on families and hurting our economy. Not to mention, he's militarized the streets of Los Angeles in order to sow chaos among peaceful protesters and scare immigrants. His reckless policies are having real life and death consequences for Americans. And we won't let him get away with it. I will keep fighting the president's dangerous agenda on every front, in Congress, in the courts, and in the court of public opinion. But I can't do it alone. Everyone needs to keep raising their voices. Thank you again for coming out to make your voice heard and to stand up for what is right. We need to keep this up. I'll be with you every step of the way. Sincerely, Mike Thompson, Member of Congress. Thank you all.
Okay, just a couple of announcements here. If you have an issue of anyone trying to escalate, find a person in a yellow vest. They have been trained in de-escalation and they will help you. So please do not handle this by yourself. Please stop into one of our local establishments here, whether it be to eat or just to look, because you know what? They need our help too. They are struggling. So make sure that you take a look around us. Please be safe. Please continue to raise your voice. And also, I wanted to mention that, did you know that the Lake County Republican Party has got 1,300 people who have liked their page? We have just over 1,000. Can you please go on Facebook and like our page so that we can boost our numbers up? We know there are way more than just 1,000 of you out there on Facebook. So please, please help us out. Help us to spread the word. Help us help you. Have a safe protest. Thank you so much for coming.
Playing a part, yeah, left me stunning. All of these things I never knew I wanted. Deep down I probably always saw it coming, but I thought I could let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming. Now I'm in a free fall, with nothing to hold on to. Racing for the end, praying for the wind to slow down the feeling. Somewhere new, stare down the ground, it's coming soon. Wishing I could just fall into you. 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 Words dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming. Wishing I could just fall into you. Words dripping from my lips like forbidden honey. Heart in your stomach on the verge of running. Deep down you probably always saw it coming. Let go, dodging echoes. Deep down I probably always saw it coming. I think I saw it coming, but it was too much to say, too much to face down. Save face and hope it would work out. Played safe and hope that you come around. But now it's too much to take, too much to figure